Unless anybody has an aversion to starting this next meeting right now, I'd like to call the next meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll entertain an approval for the agenda for this organizational meeting.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor of approving the agenda for today's organizational meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, the agenda is approved. So the next item on the agenda is the election of officers for the upcoming year. As we did last year, we're going to do a ballot vote. The way it works out is we'll vote for presidents. First of all, we need to accept nominations from the floor for those positions. So the floor is open for nominations for the office of president.
I'd like to nominate Steve Tuttle for the office of president.
You can record that, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Colette?
And I'd like to nominate Larry Perone for the office of president.
Record that, please. Any other nominations for the office of president? Seeing none, I'll close nominations. Each of you have a pen and a piece of paper. Please write down your selection on a ballot, fold it, pass along this way, and they will end up in Camilla's hands, and we will tally the votes.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome. There you go.
Thanks, John.
I have the results. Mr. Perone will serve as president for the coming year.
How many votes?
4 and 3 for Mr.
Thank you.
Larry?
Sorry, what?
Congratulations.
I didn't hear it. What was it?
4 to 3. Larry Perone.
I'm sorry.
Larry?
Floor is open for nominations for vice president.
Larry? Let's switch seats. You sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
And I would like to nominate Colette Horn.
Any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Steve Tuttle, since he's held that position very well for the last.
It's mine. I'm not taking it. Sorry.
With no further nominations, you want to give us your ballot vote, please? Tom, you want to collect them again? You want to pass them
You
down?
have to? There's only one nomination.
Still have to do it. Tammy, did you record
Report what, sir?
that Colette was nominated, Steve was also nominated, but declined the nomination?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
Burn any write-ins. Chairman, the vote for Colette Horn is unanimous.
Please record it. The floor is open for nominations for secretary. Colette,
I want to nominate Cammie Rogers.
any other nominations? Nominations are closed. Can you please record your ballot?
Chairman, the votes tallied and it's unanimous. Me,
Okay.
write-ins.
All right, so the last position is for the position of treasurer. Floor is open for nominations. Colette,
I'd like to nominate Doug Parks.
any other nominations? Any no further nominations? I'll close the floor. Please record your vote.
There's 6 votes counted and it's unanimous for Doug Parks. Doug Parks.
All right, so moving on, we have some appointments for following positions. Assistant Secretary, and I believe that is Michelle. Isn't that Michelle Bennett, Assistant Secretary? We record that. I don't think we need votes on these. We do?
We have to
Okay.
agree to appointment.
Okay. So, all in favor of, are there any other nominations for Assistant Secretary? All in favor of Michelle Bennett as Assistant Secretary, say aye.
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 All opposed? It's unanimous vote. Assistant Treasurer, Steve Phillips. All in favor of Steve Phillips as Assistant Treasurer, say aye.
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 All opposed? And for legal counsel, what's the name of our firm?
Shirley Brewer.
Lurch Early Brewers. All in favor of Lurch Early?
Can we
as
have
legal
discussion?
counsel? Pardon me?
Can we have discussion?
Sure.
Look at an item for discussion. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am okay with nominating Lurch, Early, and Brewer, but I think we need to look at our legal counsel contract this year. Just because we've had them for X number of years, I think we need to look at other alternatives.
So should we, then why don't we delay the appointment of legal counsel, and at the September meeting, we can discuss whether or not we want to move forward with looking into any separate counsel. Doug?
Also, it should be pointed out that we do use Joe Moore and his firm here locally as well. Although they're not our primary legal counsel, I think it's important to point out that a lot of the local matters we've parsed out to them, especially CPI violations and other things of that nature, are still being handled by Joe Moore's firm. So, Larry, you are correct. We can actually retain Lurch Early Brewer right now and not make any changes, and then decide going forward whether or not we want to put out an RFP for looking for another attorney firm.
I'm in agreement with that.
You agree with that? Okay, so then again, the appointment for legal counsel for Lurch Early, all in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? And we'll address that issue as we move forward. The auditors, John, are you going to go ahead and submit RFPs for auditor position? Yes. So let's hold on. Doug?
Point of order. So what we're going to do is we're going in pretty much the same way we did legal counsel. We will retain our current auditors if we so choose to, and then issue a directive to the general manager to put out an RFP for accounting services.
All in favor of that? Aye.
Aye.
And parliamentarian, do we have any nominations for a parliamentarian? We didn't have one last year.
Discussion? Discussion?
Colette?
I think last year we used legal counsel technically as our parliamentarian, and I would be in favor of going that route again this year.
All in favor of retaining, I think it was Lurch Early who did our parliamentarian issues? Say aye.
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 Opposed? All right.
Any suggestion? So for parliamentarian, I'd offer that maybe we should consider seeing if someone in the community would want to serve at parliamentarian issues, because sometimes those issues come up during a meeting and we wouldn't have the opportunity to reach out to Lurch Early Brewer because we don't have the attorney attend every one of the meetings. So I would offer that maybe we should consider searching and putting out, canvassing the areas to see if someone would take on that position. So just.
And I agree, and I think maybe Jim Trummel might be an appropriate person to approach, since he's well versed in our bylaws.
Mr. Chairman, I also would like to suggest if he would consider it in a dual role, Doug Parks. I think he really did a fabulous job in reciting the Robert's Rules of Orders accurately and completely and maintained that decorum over the meeting. So I'd like to suggest him if he would consider.
I don't think, according to our bylaws, that we can do that.
If you're holding a position, you can't, an elected position, you can't hold an appointed position at the same time. I thank you for your confidence, but per our bylaws, we can't do that.
Fortunately, we didn't have too many issues like that this year, so. Okay, I'm going to open the floor to public comments. Are there any public comments? Seeing none, we'll close the floor. Is there any new business? Seeing no new business? Oh. I'm going to do that next, because
That's part of it.
All right, so the last part of the meeting, we need to establish our board meeting dates. So you want to open up your calendars? And I think the way we did it last year worked fine, doing a Wednesday night and Saturday, except for Saturdays in the summer. So if everyone's in agreement, I think we should probably go along with the same plan. Is that fine with everybody? Seemed to work fine last year.
I would support that approach.
Everybody up?
I would
What?
support that. Our first Saturday, however, is Labor Day weekend, so we may want to start with Wednesday night.
That's, I agree, and I had written down Wednesday, the 9th to start. It's a Wednesday night meeting at 7 o'clock.
I'm okay with the Wednesday and Saturdays, but is there a way to more closely time our meetings to getting the monthly financials?
Into getting them in advance of,
Meeting, yeah. I mean, it would be nice to be discussing, for example, the July financials sometime early to mid-August. I mean, you have 13 days to get them out. Okay, it typically takes 15 days. So somewhere around the middle of the month for those meetings, so that we're not, constantly lagging by 3 and sometimes maybe even more weeks.
First star system.
So, discussion, may I have the floor? I think if we choose the Wednesday or Saturday immediately following the 15th of the month, we'll probably be safe.
John, you think that's the Wednesday and Saturday after the 15th of the month? You think that'll be fine? Yes. All right, so I still think Wednesday, the 9th, we should do that meeting because it's early August and we're not going to have one first week of September. Does anyone have an objection to the 9th?
The 9th of September?
9th of September? 7 o'clock. Okay, and then the first Saturday meeting would be Saturday meeting would be in October, which would be the 17th.
And are we going to go with 9 o'clock in the morning?
9 o'clock. Did this year. So November. A Wednesday night meeting.
Veterans Day.
The 18th would be.
18th.
No.
And December
19th.
19th. February.
Is it to be the 20th if we go with Wednesday?
It's a holiday.
20th of,
What holiday is the
It's
20th?
inauguration day. I guess we still have it.
Martin Luther King is on the 18th. Yeah, so the 20th at 7 o'clock. February, Saturday meeting, 20th. March 16th. I'm
That's a
sorry, the
Tuesday.
17th.
I think that's the day our budget is due.
We can make adjustments if we
Okay.
get there, once we have a budget schedule established.
Mr. Chairman, that is St. Patrick's Day.
Ah, you're right.
I'm Italian.
I'm just saying.
Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's.
Yeah, I think, can we push it off to the 20th?
We'd move it off to the 20th.
Thanks, Cammie. Good Irish girl.
Gosh.
And in April, we'll go to a Wednesday meeting again. Would be
21st.
21st. May would be Saturday, the 15th.
Are you okay with that, John?
Saturday, the 15th in May. John? June be Wednesday, the 16th. July would be Saturday. Well, no, we're not going to do Saturdays in July. So we do another Wednesday, the 21st. Gives John plenty of time. And then we have August, the annual meeting. That would be, what, the 7th of August. We also need to establish three,
I think we should probably push those off for a couple of meetings.
I
A
agree.
large group, we couldn't even get people to come to the annual meeting. How this,
Any other opinions on that?
I think
Seems
that's
like a
very good
reasonable
idea.
approach.
I agree.
I would support that approach because we can always schedule a town hall meeting should an issue arise. We have that flexibility.
I agree. I think we should wait and see what happens. Okay, are there any other new business? Got the motion to adjourn?
Moved.
Second.
no caps.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.